A little bit of background for ETIS. I'm Todd Marks. I'm the CEO of Mindgrub. I used to be a high school math and computer science teacher in 98 and 99. And that was right when the internet actually started exploding. And I just couldn't take it anymore, so I quit my teaching job and waited tables at night. And I started my first internet company making online e-learning content with Flash. And I thought myself a pioneer at the time. Flash was pretty good for e-learning. But there's been a number of technologies that have grown over the years. And we started to kind of piece this together. We started Mindgrub in 2002, focused on mobile social web apps. But the more we got into the industry of making mobile social web apps, the more we noticed that ed tech was really heating up. And we started to look at all the technologies that education classrooms were using, and we noticed that, from the internet on, things really started to explode. And I don't know if you saw this infographic on our site, but it was only the 1890s that we had any sort of technology for education whatsoever. And those were literally writing instruments, paper and pencils. And that was a little over 100 years ago. Then we started to get radio, we got TV. Sesame Street was really huge in terms of providing education, but it wasn't necessarily targeting schools, targeting universities, higher education and secondary education. We started getting calculators, and that was the first infuse of any sort of technology in the classroom, aside from the overhead projector, which has done wonders over the years. But we noticed since the internet, there's been an explosion in technologies that are being used in the classroom. But the classroom is largely still a 150-year-old model of students sitting in rows. My daughters are prevented. They're not allowed to bring their smartphones into the classroom, which I think is a travesty. I'd much rather they're tweeting under their desk and at least using them in the classroom. But what we've noticed over about the last year and a half, 2 years, is there's been a tremendous explosion in startup educational ed tech companies. And so what we thought is that we wanted to provide a showcase for all this innovation that's happening in ed tech. So we were thinking about putting the ETIS conference on. And we've got an office here at Park Ave South. Our headquarters is in Baltimore, which is why you probably notice there's a lot of people from Baltimore in the room. But we wanted to come up here to New York because at a national level, there's a lot to be had right now for promotion of ed tech. Because there's a lot of things happening hyper-locally, but by bringing a lot of the cities together, we can really promote ed tech right now. So we wanted to have this summit so we could showcase the speakers, sponsors, everything happening in the area. We were blown away when we put the call for speakers. We got over 70 people that wanted to speak. So we decided to try to get as many of those speakers as possible. So we ended up doing 6 panels today with about 3 to 4 people on each panel. So you could get exposure to as much happening in ed tech innovation as possible. Also, the sponsors came out of the woodwork. We were really, really appreciative of all our sponsors. It's been a huge help. We sold out the Princeton Club, and because we were able to get even more sponsors, we were able to move the venue here, and then consequently we sold out here as well. We've been turning people away all week, which I feel bad for, but we'll just have to get even bigger venue next year.